Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Pretty Lies and Alibis. I'm Gigi, flying solo. Fruit Loop says, "Hey, everybody." She's home resting, taking all of her pain medicine, and hopefully on the road to recovery. Before we get started, want to give a big thank you to both Diane and Sarah for the very sweet PayPal donations. We really appreciate you guys, and it helps us to make the podcast better because we put it right back into it, getting new equipment and all kinds of stuff. So, also want to give a shout out to one of our sponsors, Two Cool T-Shirt Quilts. You can go to twocooltshirtquilts.com/pretty lies and alibis. Check out their quilts and pillows and get you something nice. Well, we have an arrest in the absolutely brutal murder of Orsolya Gaal up in New York. They arrested 44-year-old David Bonola. He was taken into custody just before 1 a.m. this morning. And actually, what's ironic is investigators were in the area canvassing for surveillance and saw him. They approached him. He agreed to go in with them. And apparently, it sounds like he has confessed. They said at the press conference he made some incriminating statements. But for now, he's charged with second-degree murder, criminal tampering, and criminal possession of a weapon. So they here's the thing, it's kind of been speculated, and we don't report on this stuff until it's confirmed. I don't like to victim shame, and I'm not gonna victim shame even though it is confirmed, but they were having a 2-year intimate affair, and it was kinda on again, off again according to what he said. They reunited early this month, but the relationship was kind of considered to be ending. And so what happened that night from what we can piece together based on what we knew and then what we learned at the press conference? We know she went to a show Friday night with her friends at the Lincoln Center, and then she stopped by a restaurant or a bar that she frequented. And in fact, the manager of this place, Gabriel Veras, said that that evening she had a bite to eat and a drink, and she talked and joked with the staff that she knew, and he described her as a very sweet regular of theirs. They're all super shocked, as you can imagine. So the timeline that they gave today is that she arrived home around 12:20 a.m. He arrived at her house around 12:30 or 12:40. They didn't say if he forced his way in, or not forced. He actually knew where the key was, the spare key. He was the handyman of the house, and or we don't know if she let him inside. Investigators do not believe that he was there waiting for her when she got home. So, from what they have said, excuse me, once inside the home, they go into the basement and have what investigators call a heated argument. At the press conference, he said a knife is brandished, a violent struggle ensued, resulting in the victim being stabbed 58 times, causing her demise. And as we know, he puts her body in her son's hockey bag and wheels it to the location that it was found right on the edge of Forest Park. And the knife has been recovered, and he said that this knife was very similar to knives they had in the family home. Uh, Bonola lives about little over 2.5 miles from her house in Queens. I did it on Google Maps. Looks like it would take about an hour for him to walk. And he actually did walk through Forest Park, a big wooded area right beside the road there. The jacket that he wore during the murder was found in Forest Park. They did find boots, a t shirt, and bloody bandages. They didn't say where they found those. They did say that he sought medical treatment for severe cuts to both hands at an area hospital at some point since this all happened. At the press conference, they showed surveillance photo of a photo of him walking kind of on a sidewalk. You can see that his left hand is wrapped in a very big gauze. And we talked about this. You can't stab somebody 58 times and it not slide down your hand and cut you up. So, like we said, he had worked off and on in the family home as a handyman for 2 years, and he knew that spare key was in the barbecue, I'm guessing in the grill. They also confirmed that the text message that was sent to her husband was by him and it was bogus. He actually has no criminal record. That was meant to throw them off. One of the reporters asked if her husband knew about the affair, and they would not say. He acted alone. Now, this morning when he was named, I went to her Facebook page, and in May of 2020, he was commenting on some of her photos in a flirtatious way, and she would like or heart those comments. And it said on his profile he would maybe wanted to be a screenwriter. So I don't know, but that's kind of it. They did the big perp walk out of the 112th precinct, about 20 minutes after the press conference, and he didn't put his head down. He kinda just looked over at the media. He was a little, his face was very blank. So, anyways, just, a sad situation all the way around. Her 13-year-old son, bless it, was handcuffed and taken to the police station for questioning barefoot, and I understand that he was the only one there at the time, but, I mean, he has to be traumatized. Just a really sad situation. So, I don't know what the next steps are gonna be. I'm sure he'll have an arraignment, but it seems like he has given, as they say, incriminating statements and gave a lot of information, it seems, about the murder. So, just wanted to go ahead and put this out there. I know a lot of people are at work, haven't had time to really check on it, whether it be social media or watch the press conference. So, wanted to catch everybody up on where we're at now and what we know. If anything else happens, I will definitely hop back on and do an update. If not, we'll see you guys tomorrow and hope you have a good rest of the day.